63-2 and Game Bid trotting boldly in the lead. Jerawar on the outside. Truscott Steel, the pegs as third, has tracked the leader throughout. Special Force still working into the race, 3 wide. Between runners Jacobs Wes and then Twebby Twatter 3 wide on the back of Special Force. Jenna's Enfield on the inside and the rest are headed by Shayton and Cano Fame down to the 400 and Game Bid from Jerawar on the outside. 29.9 the quarter. Truscott Steel working into the open. Special Force up the fourth and then a gap to Twebby Twatter and the rest headed by Jacobs Wes, but Game Bed, he hasn't put a foot wrong. He's a length to Jerawara, and then Truscott Steel, Special Force and Twebby Twatter, but Game Bed's giving them plenty to chase. He hasn't put a foot wrong in this. He's got away from Jerawara, Truscott Steel and Twebby Twatter running on, but Game Bed's going to breathe some life into the final. He's a big chance next week, and Game Bed beats them easily. Jerawara second, Twebby Twatter third, fourth Shayton, and then Special Force, Jacobs Wes, Truscott Steel, King Wes, Janice Enfield, then Crikey Dick, Funny Strap, well back in the race was the Specialist, and the last two, Cano Fame and Tamara Nightingale.
Well, Sam Nadai right on the mark there with his good thing, Game Bid, getting home. 3's dominating the market here. Shaker. Over the page, Shaker Maker showing 104. Silster Sam second pick at 29, and then the champion mare Tailor Made Lombo at 33. We'll be hearing from John Justice, who'll be joining Adam Hamilton shortly, in fact, right after Redcliffe.
John, to sort of stake a claim for favouritism in this final. It's been a wonderful series, and you must be thrilled with the way it's gone so far for Shake.
Yeah, Adam, he's gone terrific. He's got through the series really well. He settled in down at Dennis's place really good, and couldn't be happier with him.
It's interesting, you described his 2 wins as complete contrast, and that's probably a fair description. On night one, his brilliance won him the race. And then on the second night, it was probably more a real match of wills between he and Joe Fess, and he prevailed in pretty good style.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, take nothing away from Joe Fess. He won our Victoria Cup leading, and he found the front pretty comfortably the other night, so it was always going to be difficult, especially when we landed so far back. And, yeah, the horse just stuck at it really well and went terrific, and I think he's really benefited from it.
Outside of the back row always presents a little bit of a challenge. Your driving's been tip-top here. You've summed up the races. You've made your moves at the right time. With him, you wouldn't be afraid to make a move if the pace settled?
No, that's for sure. I mean, you know, if they back off too much, you know, we can always go around. I think the front line, I haven't had a good look yet, but there's Gobamooch will probably lead off one, and a few others will probably be looking to take the trail. So it's probably going to be a position there if we decide that that's okay. But then again, there's plenty of pace on. I don't mind just waiting for one go at him.
There's no better way to go into a final than being clean sweeping him through the heats. It'll be terrific confidence boost for all concerned.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you know, that's our aim. That's our aim, to go through the final and be undefeated and win the final. And just in closing, your appeal against the 3-week suspension is next Tuesday in Victoria? Yeah, it's next Tuesday in Victoria, 3:30 I think it is. Originally I was going to be represented, but I've decided that it's a bit too serious, and I'll be staying in Melbourne and fighting the appeal and then flying up on Tuesday night. So instead you'll be represented at the barrier draw. It's a busy day Tuesday, a very important one for you. Good luck tonight and on Tuesday, John. Thank you. John Justice joining us. He's had a very good series so far, hoping to finish it on a high with Shaker Maker. That's a qualifying heat, that is. He's in race 8 tonight at Harold Park.
Righto, Adam, and that race coming up in about 4.5 minutes. Right, in fact, it's our next commitment too, the next at Harold Park, the third of the Inter-Dominion heats tonight. And there's the latest market. Derubalji is in 17 points to 27. Gobamooch, number 1, ran a real cheeky race at Newcastle on Tuesday. In fact, looked like causing a big upset there. He's $32. Shaker over the page is the odds-on favourite, and absolutely dominating the market at $1.10. 26 Big Town Walton, Silster Sam 17, 21 for Tailor Made Lombo, and $1.10 for Shaker Maker. Gloucester Park ratings 2, 4, 11 and 3. Ivory Trainer on top ahead of A Bit of Frost. And there's the market, 560 Ivory Trader, 230 for A Bit of Frost. And over the page, what do we got over there? $11 Belshazzar, $7.70 for Smoke and Ashes, and then Trojan Twin at 18. Well, here's the top 8 at Harold Park, and runners are heading to the start. Shaker Maker is at $1.10. Okay, let's join Sam at Harold Park.
Okay, thank you once again. Shaker Maker, it's going to call him Courage Under Fire. I guess they're all as popular as each other. Shaker Maker, $1.10 on the tote. Look, I'm assuming there's a pretty big all-up going into this horse because he came up money back on the tote in a very, very healthy opening win pool. Bookmakers are much, much better. You can actually get around 2s on for Shaker Maker on course. Massive difference of the $1.10. I'm not suggesting that you bet around him, but, well, you're not going to take $1.10, are you? Number 12, Shaker Maker, for mine. He is the one to beat. Probably not playing for horses back in the field tonight. Maybe it's just a coincidence, maybe it's the track. You can decide for yourself, I'm sure, but no doubt at all, number 12, Shaker Maker is the horse to beat. Right quote, probably $1.50. Second pick, I'm going to throw in a roughie here, number 1, Go Bamoosh. He led and gave some cheek at Newcastle. I'm expecting him to lead and give some cheek tonight. Third pick, I went for number 9, Big Town Walton. He's $20. He shouldn't be. Should be much skinnier than that, probably half. And Seals to Sam, who was disappointing, I know, at Newcastle on Tuesday night. But sometimes those mile races, when they get third quarters, you can think they're more disappointing than they really are. You can't go much quicker than 27.5 most horses. I know that the winner went 26.8, but that's just a freakish performance. And he showed again tonight that he can reel off some sectionals, because I'd say Stars and Stripes is the only horse tonight to really make any significant ground in the race. So that's my tips anyway. Adam's thoughts quickly.
I've got some redeeming to do, Sam. Full points to you there with Game Bid. Lovely drive, Anthony Butt. And Special Force, probably not helped by a couple of those sort of slow coaches out 3 wide getting in his way. But at the same time, he would never have beaten the winner, who ambled around. And Anthony Butt said, mark my words, this horse can win the final.
Gavin Lang to drive?
That's the tip, yes. Gavin Lang to replace Anthony Butt, who will stick with Take a Moment. On to this Pacers heat. The challenges there for Johnny Justice and Shaker Maker. Brian Hancock has gone through undefeated with Courage Under Fire. Can Johnny Justice do it here with Shaker Maker? You would expect his class would just carry him through in this race. There's some nice horses in the race, but there's none of the A-team against him, and he's been a little bit fortunate in that regard. I was pretty keen on Big Town Walton. I thought his performance first up was indicative of a horse who maybe just needed the run last Friday night. He improved and ran a bottler behind Courage Under Fire and Safe and Sound, and they ran home in 56.6 at Newcastle, and he made a little bit of ground on them. So I'm quite strongly tipping him, at least as a place bet. Anyway, number 9, Big Town Walton in the race, and maybe take him in your Cornellas. From there, don't know about Seals to Sam. I think I'd rather be on Tailor Made Lombo as the third tip. You can bank on her to be sort of battling on strongly from back in the field at the finish. Chris Elford actually buoyed going onto the track by the fact that he thinks maybe a top 6 finish might be good enough to get in. Is that feasible?
Adam, honestly, I really think she needs to beat 3 runners at best here. It's just the way the points is. And talking about that, your market's on your screen. He refuses to budge from the $1.10 Shaker Maker. Plenty of tote fans out there.
Bookies have actually taken a bit of a risk with him. He opened up a little bit better than that, but he's really got right out, and he's not going to get anywhere near black and white figures, but he's going to get around the 150 mark.
Let's look at the tote. Well, you can see the totes on your screen. Let's look at the point score. Shaker Maker's on 32. He's guaranteed. Big Town Walton's on 24. Well, he just has to get around safely and maybe beat 1 or 2 home. He's safely through. Tailor Made Lombo on 22. We're tipping the cut-off point now will be 25, at worst or at most 26. So she has to beat 3 or 4 home. Tailor Made Lombo. Then we go down to Derubalji. Probably a top 5 for Derubalji or getting through. That's all he'll need, a top 5. He's got the fence run too and following the leader probably. So Derubalji, expect Bruce Wood to follow the pegs here and just hope for that top 5 position. Trois Frères can get through to the final here with, well, even a top 4 maybe. 26 if he finishes 4th he'll go to. Seals to Sam's currently on 16. He'll probably need at least a 4th placing there tonight. So there's probably more than your 4 or 5 here that can get through to the final. At this stage we've got 8 with the minimum cut-off of 23, but left right out really in trouble on 23. Wally Walton also sitting on the precipice with 24. Here is the final heat, the Pacers Inter-Dominion Championship. Shaker Maker, all the rage.
Moving into the back straight now. And they're set to go. Already now, final heat. Racing Socciola's gone out very fast from barrier 4. Govermush driven with a whip on the inside to try and hold out Socciola. Kem's Place Alec is up the 3rd early from Zaganov Leeson. Trois Frères crossing from the outside gate. Behind those, Shaker Maker, he's already up running about 6th at the moment around Derubalji, then Big Town Walton, Seals to Sam, Tailor Made Lombo. Shy Ticket back to last in company with Living Angel. Around the turn, Socciola led Govermush and Trois Frères the outside. And Shaker Maker is rushing up around them early tonight. He's going to go up and join the leaders. as they come down to the judge here. And Sociola being joined out wide by the fave Shaker Maker, who's going to look for the front and will go straight to the lead now as they pass the judge. The lead time was 39.3 as they run into the back, and it's Shaker Maker. Well, how are they going to beat him from here? And as they run to the back, short of 2 to go, Shaker Maker takes over Sociola and Trafair the outside. Then Gobamoosh, Kem's Place, Alex. Zaganoff leaves the inside from Big Town Walton, 3 back the running line. Seals to Sam, trails it. Darubalji the inside from Shy Ticket, Tailor-Made Lombo, and Living Angel is back at the tail of the field. They've got 1,300 to go, and the leader is Shaker Maker. There's a few moves coming. Big Town Walton and Seals to Sam are both off around them now. First quarter for the last mile in 31.3. Shaker Maker a half to Trois Frères, and Big Town Walton posted 3 wide. Sociola in the back of the leader. Cam's Place Alec in the centre. 3 wide with a cart home as Seals to Sam on the inside. 3 back Gobamoosh. Darubalji 3 back in the middle. 4 back the inside is Zaganoff Lees. Them Tailor-Made Lombo joining the 3 wide line from Shy Ticket and whipping them in as Living Angel. Down to the bell around out now. Shaker Maker the leader. 29.6 for the quarter, and Shaker Maker, he's the leader out of the straight from Trois Frères. He's got them stacked up to John Justice. Sociola behind the leader. Big Town Walton working around them 3 wide. Seals to Sam tracking it up, and in turn Tailor-Made Lombo tracks Seals to Sam. Kem's Place Alec has won 1 around Gobamoosh. Darubalji's got 1 off in the middle, followed by Zaganoff Lees, and then Shy Ticket and Living Angel along the back, and Shaker Maker's doing it well from Trois Frères and Sociola. Big Town Walton out wider from Kem's Place Alec and Gobamoosh, and then Seals to Sam as he lets him go now out of the back. 29.1. Shaker Maker put 2.5. Sociola, Trois Frères and Big Town Walton out wider as Seals to Sam, and then Cam's Place Alec and Darubalji was next, but a Shaker Maker is a mile in front around the turn, and Shaker Maker is 4 clear of Trois Frères, Sociola, Big Town Walton and Seals to Sam, but Shaker Maker is going to bolt in and make a clean sweep of the heat. Shaker Maker wins by 5 lengths. Brilliant win. Oh, what a go for Miners. The mare Flew, Tailor-Made Lombo is there with Trois Frères, Darubalji, Sociola and Gobamoosh all in a line. Next, Living Angel, Shy Ticket, Seals to Sam dropped out, as did Big Town Walton, and the last couple in were Kem's Place Alec and Zaganoff Lease. Shaker Maker, number 12, John Justice, brilliant winner, 130 and 110. Great go for Miners. The mare Flew home, Tailor-Made Lombo, and she's out wide on the track, figuring in this photo with about 4 others. So it'll be 12 in the photo. The final quarter was 28.4. Easily the fastest of the heats there. The quarters 31.3, 29.6, 29.1, 28.4, 57.5 last half. Time 2:37.7. The mile rating 1:57.5. 12 and a photo.
Yeah, well, what more can you say? Absolutely devastating. Shaker Maker. Can he make it? Can he win his second into Dominion next Friday night? Anyway, they're nearly set at Gloucester Park for the third of Stan Starrell Park as he returns. Let's head to Sam Netai.
Yeah, look, I really think he's got a like in Parrell Park at the moment, this horse. It suits him, speed. He's got speed to burn, and he seems to be a bit more stamina at this time of his career.
You must be totally happy with him. I mean, he's gone through undefeated. He just seems to be in dynamite form, and you've really resurrected him after what you would have to describe a disappointing Victorian carnival.
Yeah, look, I'm glad the fans are here because they just saw a good horse, and hopefully he can win the final. It'd be great to see Courage and him coming up the straight next week doing battle.
They've been arch rivals for a long time. How important is the draw?
The draw is really important. I guess what we got to hope is if we both draw bad, we both draw bad, or we both draw good. We just don't want one to draw bad and one to draw good.
Good luck with your appeal on Tuesday.
Thank you.
Shaker Maker, he's a popular horse. Give him a round of applause.
Yes, certainly is a champion horse, in fact. They're set at Geelong.
In fact, it probably won't surprise too many people. I wasn't very good at anything at school, but believe it or not, I think we've got the same 12 runners for this Inter-Dominion final that started out the night, the top 12 in the points. And I speak of Courage Under Fire, Shaker Maker, Stars and Stripes, Big Town Walton, Joe Fest, Smooth Satin, Tailor-Made Lombo, Wally Walton, Safe and Sound, Left Right Out, added again Darubalji. To my calculations, Left Right Out with 23 just sneaks into the 12. There were actually at least 3 horses, yes, 3 horses at least, that finished on 22. A mere Black Duke and Pick Me Pockets. I believe they'll all miss out by 1 point. But as I said, that's not official. That's just doing the sums along the way. I think we've pretty much got it right though, Dean. If there's any change to that, I'll report straight back to you.
Good on you, mate. Yes, and Johnny Justice has got his 2 stars through to the final. So Lance, of course, missing out with Sochiolas, so he'll no doubt drive more safe and sound. Sterling Kiwi 670. 19 about Aquinas, number 8. The favourite will be over the page, La Cucaracha. Take a Moment's at $21 and La Cucaracha at $1.10. Andy Gath, of course, puts the polish on the champion mare, La Cucaracha. And Andy's about to join Sam Natai.
Andy, we've seen the good horses strut their stuff already tonight. La Cucaracha's turn now. What are you expecting?
Yeah, well, every time she performs, it's something special, so we always look forward to a race. You know, it's going to be very difficult tonight, 25 metres, 14 runners, half-mile track, 2,500. So if she's going to get beat, you know, this is probably the night she's going to taste defeat. Not saying that she will get beat. You know, champions sort of overcome a lot of hurdles. And, you know, she seems very well during the week, and just looking at her tonight, she's very bright. So we expect a pretty good performance from her.
Interesting stats of hers. She's had 20 wins from 30 starts, never run a place. Since she's only missed a place once or twice as well, but she doesn't want to run a place. She either wants to win or miss it.
Well, that's it. If she gallops, she runs last. If she trots, she wins. So she's never got beat when she's trotted. So actually last week I thought it would be the first time she trotted the whole way and is going to face, you know, defeat. But, you know, she was still good enough to get up and win. So, you know, she just likes winning. She just is such a great horse.
Has the brain trust you and Karen got together and decided what you might do out there?
Not really. Obviously, we'd like to get away a lot better than we did last week. You know, we sort of got a bit of interference early and we were a long way off him, and she sort of was back a lot further than we wanted to. We start outside, Take a Moment this week, which is probably a little bit more advantage. We sort of begin just as quick as him, so if we can get in front of him, we'll make it harder for him. And Sterling Kiwi, if it trots to the lead, or Waikari Gold, they sort of run pretty quick sectional, so she's got to be up there early and sort of, you know, get herself into the race.
They tell me you were out celebrating on Tuesday night, and a little bit worse for wear. I was at home in bed.
No, that's not quite correct. Yeah, I didn't pull up the best, but I'm recovered now, and I won't be drinking anything tonight, I tell you.
Yeah, good on you, Andy Gath there. And there's the champion mare, La Cucaracha, with Karen Gath in the sulky. Sterling Kiwi's into 590. He's been a bit of an enigma, Sterling Kiwi. Highly talented, but he can be a factor here. 19 Aquinas. 21 for Take a Moment, and the Cucaracha at $1.20. I dare say a lot of punters would be looking at the $21 on offer about Take a Moment at the moment. Right, totes at Bendigo race 7, 5, 2, 8. And the
13 for me. I don't think I'll be tipping against her next week. We'll see how we go this time round. Here's Kevin Thompson for the last round of the Trotters Championship.
Cool Fortune coming up. Take a Moment and La Cucaracha coming in, and they're just about set. Ready for the Trotters. Heat 4, final heat for the Trotters. They're ready to go. Set. They're racing. They're off the front line here. Waikari Gold has got away best. Georgian Flight stepped away pretty well. Sterling Kiwi and Queen's Rhapsody were fast away. And they're clear then of Timo, and moving up very quickly La Cucaracha tonight, followed by on the inside next Vicky Vale, and then Take a Moment. A good break to Aquinas, and Alabama's Idol and Son of Flair were slowly away, as was Cool Fortune. Into the back down, Waikari Gold went to the early lead from Georgian Flight, about 5 to Sterling Kiwi. And they're followed by Queen's Rhapsody. La Cucaracha getting forward early tonight. She's up running 5th already. 2 lengths off then to Vicky Vale, and then Timo a length away then to Take a Moment. Another 4 or 5 lengths to Aquinas. 5 to Son of Flair and Alabama's Idol. And 100 metres away last of all Cool Fortune. Out of the back, Waikari Gold, the leader from Georgian Flight. They're 4 or 5 on Queen's Rhapsody. Sterling Kiwi, 1 off the pegs. La Cucaracha's on its back. 2 lengths to Vicky Vale, 1 to Timo, 1.5 Take a Moment. 2 lengths away then to Aquinas. About 5 lengths away then to Son of Flair, in company with Alabama's Idol and Cool Fortunes along last. Down the straight, they're spread over some ground as Waikari Gold brings them to the winning post with 2 to go. Leads out 2 lengths on Georgian Flight, Queen's Rhapsody. Sterling Kiwi goes up without cover, about 2.5. La Cucaracha, 2 lengths away to Vicky Vale on the inside, and then Timo Take a Moment. Aquinas about 4 or 5 lengths away then to Son of Flair, and then Alabama's Idol and Cool Fortune along last. Lead time was 1:16.3 there, which was slower than the first heat run by Game Bed tonight. And as they head up the back, Waikari Gold the leader. By 1.5, Georgian Fight, Sterling Kiwi the outsider link. The Queen's Rhapsody and La Cucaracha is right up behind the leading pack. She's up running 5th at the moment, about 4 lengths away to Vicky Vale. Now on the outside, Aquinas is starting to make some ground around the outside of Timo, and then Take a Moment. About 3 to Son of a Flare and about 4 to Alabama's Idol, and right out of it Cool Fortune. First quarter trotted in 31.2 as they approach the bell. Waikari Gold by a half length, Sterling Kiwi. Georgian Flight third, and La Cucaracha is right behind them, 1 out, 1 back. Queen's Rhapsody on the inside, a link to Aquinas. And moving up 3 wide, Take a Moment, and then in the centre Timo. Vicky Vale, the pegs about 3 to Son of Flare, and another 3 to Alabama's Idol, and tailed right off in the race Cool Fortune. There's the bell. 30.6 for that quarter. The half in 61.8. And Sterling Kiwis dash past Waikari Gold to go to the lead. Georgian Flight is third. La Cucaracha fourth. Tracking her then is Aquinas. Queen's Rhapsody on the inside. 1 to Take a Moment. Timo's gone for a break on the inside, and 2 to Son of Flare and Vicky Vale. Up the back and Sterling Kiwi 2 in front, but here comes the mare now. La Cucaracha is starting to go after Sterling Kiwi, and then Waikari Gold, Queen's Rhapsody, and then Aquinas and Take a Moment. Still a fair way from them, but she's dashed up and raced to the lead. La Cucaracha 30.5 the quarter, and she sprinted past Sterling Kiwi. 3 lengths away then comes Aquinas, and around the outside making ground as Take a Moment from Waikari Gold, but La Cucaracha is 4 in front around the turn from Sterling Kiwi. Take a Moment on the outside, but here's La Cucaracha well clear, and the real champ's going to stand up tonight. She's way out on her own. Take a Moment into second, and then Waikari Gold, but La Cucaracha, the brilliant mare, home by a big space. Second, Take a Moment. Third is Waikari Gold from Aquinas, and then Georgian Flight, Queen's Rhapsody, Sterling Kiwi, Son of Flare, Alabama's Idol, Timo, and Vicky Vale, and tailed off as Cool Fortune.
Yeah, brilliant performance. 14, 13 and 5. More shortly from Harold Park. They're set to go at Gloucester Park. This is race 4. And Prince Aradan at 7.70. 6.30 were a punter, and $1.70 for the hard ball get as they start to move up. 7 now. La Cucaracha scored a brilliant win in the previous at Harold Park, the second of the Trotters heats, and Sam Nadai is about to have a chat with winning driver Karen Gath.
Karen, you didn't worry about small margins tonight. You put the decision beyond doubt a long way from home.
Yeah, Sam, she was a lot sharper tonight. As you saw when she went away like a rocket tonight, and she felt a lot better on the track. And yeah, she had a terrific run in the race, and when Sterling Kiwi went to the front, it sort of helped me a bit. I didn't have to go around a horse, and yeah, she just ran away in the end. She was really good.
Did she still have a little bit of trouble with the track?
On the home end, she was starting a little bit tired. She did lay in a bit, but the rest of the way, she was pretty good.
I know you're Victorian, but this crowd loves you, and they love this great mare, La Cucaracha. Well done, and we'll see you here next week.
Thanks, Sam.
La Cucaracha.
Yes, and here she comes up the Harold Park straight.
And the real champ's going to stand
let's
up
join
tonight.
Kevin
She's
Thompson.
way out on her own. Take a Moment into second, and then Waikari Gold, but La Cucaracha, the brilliant mare, home by a big space. Second, Take a Moment. Third is Waikari Gold from Aquinas, and then Georgian Flight, Queen's Rhapsody, Sterling Kiwi, Son of Flare, Alabama's Idol, Timo, and Vicky Vale. And
well, she rode at 2.4.6 and scored a big win. Trifecta there paid 42.20. Now back to